Hi. I've played the Book of Unwritten Tales 2 on the PS4 and I really loved it. So I'm hoping this will be
Our world is at war.
good as
Only
well.
the old can remember a time without fear, without bloodshed. Defeat followed victory. Victory followed defeat. No one could gain the decisive advantage. Only now is there an end in sight. Who would ever have thought that it would fall to someone like me, an old archaeologist, to put an end to this madness? And I didn't find the key to ending the war on one of my expeditions. Not deep in some dark dungeon, nor on the peak of a fiery mountain. No, I found it in an old book. I only hope that luck has not abandoned us. What's happened to Beetle and the Archmage's men? Doesn't he know how...
So then, you're MacGuffin, are you? Archaeologist, adventurer, and future trophy on my mother's living room wall.
And you are Monkus, dastardly son of the Archwitch Mortroga. What do you want from me?
I think you know that. Where is it? We know that your feeble-minded servant was on the way to that damned magical trickster Alistair.
I won't tell you anything.
Take him away. Mother has ways and means of squeezing what we need to know out of him.
After all, what's likely to happen? Oh well, we're several days away from the wildlands. It's just as safe here as in the Elf Burrow. Oh, them? If it was left up to them, I'd just be spending the whole day... What's going on? No, of course I won't do anything stupid. You're right, we should get help. Quick, back to the Elf Burrow. Oh boy. Let's do it. One end of the rope is knotted tightly. I could use it to swing onto the other side of the leg. The metal cage is fastened onto the dragon's harness. The old gremlin's in the cage. He hasn't noticed me yet. Hey, hello, you there?
Who are you?
My name is...
Never mind. There's something you have to do for me. What are you talking about? It's not just for me. It's for the Alliance.
I've no particular interest in the Alliance.
I don't care. This has to do with everyone.
Professor MacGuffin's the name. I'm an archaeologist. I've discovered something. Something important.
And they want it?
Oh, yes. You've no idea how much they want it.
Let me guess. Your kidnappers up there want to use your knowledge to achieve world domination?
You may scoff, but they would have to skin me before I tell them what I know.
Okay then, I'll release you and let you mortals carry on playing at war.
No! We've got no time to lose. You must take this ring. Take it to the Archmage Alistair in the town of Seastone on the coast. He will send someone to my house. The book that describes where it is hidden is there in my secret cellar. He must get it to safety.
And what about you?
I will win you as much time as I can. I can endure torture for hours, days if need be.
Ouch.
The pain, the humiliation, the agony of body and soul.
Yeah, maybe I should say.
Perhaps I should just release you and we'll do without the pain and death bit.
That would, of course, also be an option. Less dramatic, but if you insist, I won't stop you.
How can I get you out of there?
Good question. This cage is well built and the lock won't be easy to deal with.
I could untie the cage and then it would smash when it hits the ground.
Just like my old bones. Plus, it's not a bad idea. On the way to Mortroga's fortress, we'll fly over the White Ridge Mountains. Everything's covered in snow there, and the dragon will fly low over the peaks. We could try it there.
That was a joke. The chances of that working are about 1,000,000 to 1.
I can't see any other way to escape.
And we all know that the
Fighting
million
is
to
not an
one
option.
chance always succeeds.
Let me see how the cage is fastened.
You do that. I'll be here.
I
if
love
you
the
need.
various book references in
No
this.
idea what's going on here. I should probably release the old gremlin before we get into enemy territory. We'll have to see how we go after that. This rope fastens the cage to the dragon. I have to undo it if I want to drop the cage onto the mountains. Oh, this is too tight. I won't be able to undo this just using my hands, but if I had a knife or a sword, I could perhaps cut the rope. Transport dragons can move great loads, like these barrels, wooden posts, and this big crate. I don't think that this stuff will help me a whole lot. That's the way up onto the dragon's back. I can't reach the support strut. That's the way up onto the... Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
The cage has been secured with a thick rope. I can't release it using my bare hands.
Then you'll have to cut through the rope.
Splendid idea, but I don't have a knife.
Then get your hands on one. The kidnappers up there are sure to be armed.
I fear that could be true. That kidnapper with his troll, who is he?
The sorcerer. He's called Monkus. He's the son of the Archwitch Mortroga.
The Archwitch? How did she know that you'd made such an important discovery?
Beetle, my servant. I sent him on a secret mission to the Archmage. I must have caught him. Poor Beetle.
Isn't it a trifle improbable that a 50-metre-long dragon with a pathetically small wingspan could be physically capable of transporting such a substantial amount of gear?
How should I know? I'm an archaeologist, not an aeronautical scientist. I don't concern myself with trivialities. I see it flying, so I believe it.
I, however, find it illogical.
Then it must be magic. If something isn't logical in this world, then it's always down to magic. Very practical. You can explain everything like that. Something's flying that can't fly? Magic!
If I'm going to steal a knife from the kidnappers, then I need to get onto the back of the dragon. There's a support strap there. If I could reach it, I'd be able to pull myself up.
No problem. Here, take this.
A whip?
It's always served me well. You can use it as a rope.
I'll just carry on then. You wait here. A bullwhip made of old leather. Looks as if it's seen a lot of action in its time.
What? Yes, yes, I was evil and beastly. Yes, I'll bring him with me, Mother. Yes, yes, yes. I have to go. Why? I'm steering a dragon, remember? You know, I'm not being curt with you. Yes. Good. Yes. I'll see you later. Love you too. Oh, by the gods, how I hate her! Not much longer, Monkus, not much longer. Soon you will have it in your hands. But you have to be careful, Monkus. Mother is mistrustful. She has her agents everywhere. And you are talking to yourself. Better shut up.
There appears to be some truth in the gremlin story. It's vital that I rescue him. If I remain right here on the outside, then they won't be able to spot me from the driver's cabin. I could really do with one of those swords, but I can't reach the stand without the sorcerer seeing me. A thin wooden stick with the flag of the Shadow Army. The stick's been tied loosely to the railing. Got it, and the sorcerer hasn't noticed. I think I can reach the sword with the stick, but getting it over here would be a bit risky. The goblin would notice the stick and I'd have a knife in my stomach before I could say, uh-oh. A good 2-meter wooden stick, flexible and quite strong. I could really do with one of those swords, but I can't reach the stand without the sorcerer seeing me. An old cardboard box. It seems to be some kind of emergency kit if the dragon crash lands. There are a few moth-eaten blankets in the box, a bit of dried meat covered in white mould, and a blue and red potion, and... a line with a fish hook. It looks quite serviceable. I'll take it with me. I'll knot the line to the tip of the stick and hey presto, I've got a fishing rod.
Swords.
That was elegant.
I can't read that.
I should warn MacGuffin that we're in business. Perhaps he might change his mind. Hey, MacGuffin.
What is it?
So what is this discovery of yours then? A great treasure? A weapon?
I can't tell you. Too dangerous. And actually, well, I don't have it either.
What do you mean?
I found a clue in an old book as to where the artifact, where it is hidden.
Artifact. It. This is getting more and more cliché.
Cliché? The struggle of good against evil is never cliché.
You mentioned your secret cellar. Is that where the book's hidden? Pretty risky. I've got a sword and can cut through the rope as soon as you're ready.
Fine. I'm ready when you are. We're over the mountains. It's now or never.
Are you really sure?
Yeah. But if I don't survive or they catch me, then you'll have to fetch the book from my secret cellar and take it to the Archmage.
You mean, if you die, the young, sexy elf will become the hero of this story rather than an old, dishevelled gremlin? How improbable.
Don't talk, just cut me free!
The right moment is close. There's the mountain. Good luck, MacGuffin.
Wilbur, working hard at it, saving the world.
I'm almost done, you.
I could see. Beavering away, eh? What were you this time? A knight riding high on his horse? Or one of those funny little mages again, eh? Hey, hero. I've got a job for you. A quest. Send my new house robot off on a rat hunt. That rat's got it in for my precious hops. And if I don't plant them, beer's going to be a wee bit scarce.
I've never heard of a hero having to catch rats.
You're not a hero yet, laddie. You're still my helper. And that being the case, you'd better get your act together. Then you can finish up here and go and have some more heroic daydreams. I need to go and do a quality control check on barrels 2034 to 2038. I've got a feeling there might be something wrong with the 2030 batch. We'll see, we'll see.
A large crate. It must have been delivered as I swept.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. Not a chance. I'll never get this crate open with my bare hands. A thieving rat. Devious and dangerous. It always runs into its little hole when I get too close. That's the Master Brewer's favourite spot. He likes to relax there in the evenings. It's a map. It says the country's best pubs on it. It shows the area reaching from our beautiful White Ridge Mountains down to the sea, where the humans live on the coast. The map shows the area between here and the human town of Seastone. The pipes run through the walls and floor. They are part of the central beer supply system, which runs through the whole bastion.
CBSS.
Actually, dwarfs have a thing for beautiful architecture. But when it comes to the beer supply, compromises are sometimes made. Dwarfs are excellent stonemasons. That fireplace is proof. The rubbish bin is almost overflowing. Presumably it's my job to empty it, but oh well.
There we go, some rubbish.
Original dwarven rubbish from the dwarven kitchens. Dwarven fast food. But I'm not hungry. This pump can be used to pump water up from deep in the mountain. Although I wouldn't bet on it still working. I thought so. Broken.
Aww.
The dwarves have a lot of work ahead of them when they get back. If they come back. I call it A History of Dwarven Cuisine, the Last 3 Weeks by Wilbur Weathervane. Ugh. The sun is pretty low. It'll be dark soon. A tin coffee pot. It hasn't been used in ages. And guaranteed not for coffee. The master brewer doesn't trust non-alcoholic drinks.
I mean, you can spike the coffee. That works.
The coals in the oven have kept the stove warm. The stove isn't used much. Though this morning the master brewer heated up a few beer sausages on it. A pile of dirty dishes. The longer the other dwarves are away, the less attention the master brewer pays to things like this. An old, rather dirty cooking pot.
I can take it.
Ugh! Mutant slime. Maybe I should have thrown out the rest of that chocolate pudding.
No. Can
I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that pot.
Oh. But I want
There
the
is
slime.
no way I'm taking that pot with the evil slime in it. Slime can be really evil. Bad slime. The master brewer says these kettles are used to make beer. This is his private setup, and the proper ones are in the cellar. The master brewer says it's very easy to brew beer. Still, he did go to school for years to learn how. The map shows the area between here . That seems to be the rat hole where the little beast plans its raids.
Yes, it's raining.
That's the exit, but I can't call it a day yet. First I have to teach the house robot to catch rats.
So we need to unbox the Roomba.
Let's see. Not a chance, I'll never get this crate open with my bare hands.
Bash it with the pot? No?
A very roughly knotted net with loose ends. Maybe it's used for fruit. Although I've never seen any fruit around here, the master brewer prefers heartier fare.
Yeah, who needs fruit?
Love our beautiful White Ridge Mountains. It's just a touch quiet around here. The stove is still a little warm. You couldn't cook anything on it, but you could heat something up. I'm not likely to be able to catch the slime with the net. It's too slimy.
Okay.
Back where you belong, on the stove. I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that pot. I'd point it out to the master brewer, but then I'd be the one who ends up washing it all up.
Yes. Can I get a crowbar or something?
That is the Bastion's emblem. Actually, an entire battalion of dwarves is supposed to be stationed here. Each battalion consists of 7 companies, which in turn consists of 7 platoons. Each platoon consists of 7 squads of 7 dwarves. Dwarves have this thing for the number 7.
There's a crowbar.
A dwarf-sized crowbar. So it's pretty big.
Now let's unbox the Roomba.
Let's see. What's that?
Oh.
Ah, the user manual.
What is the user manual?
An X100 house robot. A practical helper for home and garden. It's off. Looks like there's no power. The thing won't budge. I probably need to power it up somehow. Maybe the user manual can help. An X100 house robot. Let's see how it likes this. Aha! It works. Ugh! It looks like the X100 really liked that rubbish. At least it's purring like a cat. Now I just have to get it to hunt like one. Ugh! Now I just have... The net is pretty coarsely woven. The rat would probably slip through. Besides, I don't feel like sticking my hand in the dark hole.
Yeah, hands in dark holes, not a good idea.
The robot is already chock full of disgusting leftovers. It can't hold anymore. Besides, it's already running.
Okay. Let's look at the menu again.
Wood elvish. Succubushish. Here we are. Dwarven. Thank you for purchasing an X100 house robot, the latest in house robot technology. Feed the X100 the stinking remains of your disgusting existence, but absolutely no broccoli or Brussels sprouts.
Like Brussels sprouts.
Rats. There. Rat kill. Rats breeding. Rat hunted. Rat hunted. In order to hunt rats or vermin of any kind, you must first feed the X100 with DNA from your target.
What?
DNA carriers include hair, blood, sweat, snot, and other things. Okay, so first I have to give the robot a little garbage appetizer to start it up before I feed it the main course, rat DNA. Finally, a simple rat trap.
This is
Ugh.
simple.
It looks like the X100 really liked that rubbish. At least it... Now I just have to get it... The rat has chewed through the wood. There's some fur hanging from a splinter. Ooh, I'll take that.
Perfect.
And now the fur. A source of rat DNA.
Okay.
And it's gone. It won't be back anytime soon either. Problem solved.
Yay.
The X100 makes a pretty good rat hunter. I just hope it never mistakes me for a rat.
Those ears?
To be honest, I'm not going to put my hand in there without a very good reason. Who knows what the rat has hidden there? Maybe rotten food, or already digested food, or even more rats.
Okay.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
Did you know there's an evil slime living in a pot in the kitchen?
Oh, yes, it nicked a sausage off me this morning.
Well, doesn't that bother you?
Well, yes. Live and let live, I say. As long as it doesn't develop a taste for beer.
Is everything okay with the beer?
That's not so easy to say. It's complicated with beer. You initially think, that tastes good. But then, bam! The finish is all off. Earthy and musty, and there's nothing you can do. But of course, you can't really tell from just one pint.
Where are the other dwarves anyway?
All away fighting. You know that. There's been nobody here except me for years. I'm keeping the whole place ticking over. If you weren't here, lad, I'd probably have pegged it from loneliness long ago.
What's the news from the front? The Alliance is winning, isn't it?
It's a proper mess. They just swing back and forth. It's been like that for years. Neither side has the advantage. Today, we take Finsterberg, and tomorrow the Shadow Army plunders Auenheim. Today, we take care of Garrett the Throat Slitter, and tomorrow they nobble Bella Sunnitho. At the moment, we've got Mortroga's fortress under siege, the old Archwitch. Not getting anywhere fast, though. It could still be years before either side gets the upper hand.
Hopefully we do.
Aye, let's hope so.
Do you miss the other dwarves a lot?
Aye, there's not much going on here now, that's for sure. In the old days, it was packed and rowdy every night. Stone Chomper and Bolin the Bear, Peppo and Talon, he could beat anyone at finger wrestling. And then, of course, there was Billant, our leader with his golden tankard. Now I've only got you here. You're not exactly a party animal.
Maybe the other dwarves will come back soon.
Aye, and then they'll tell their tales of adventure, the times they've had and what they've been through. And me, I can only listen on.
I'd like to hear their stories, seeing as though I'm not with them myself. The rat's gone.
I saw. It's amazing what you little gnomes can puzzle out, eh? The rat's lost his appetite for my hops at any rate. He won't be coming back for a while.
Can I call it a day now?
Of course you can. Safe home, my lad. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you later, lad.
And another day ends. And, as usual, I didn't save any princesses, or fight any dragons, or hunt any orcs. I chased a rat off, and I didn't even do it myself. I used a fully automated robot instead.
So?
It's going to take more than that before my statue stands next to Knight Tilo in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm going to make it one day.
Lovely.
Hey, you! Boy! You've got to get me out of here! Quickly, please. I was abducted. An elf freed me. They want... You've got to believe me. I have the key to something that could determine the fate of the war. Listen, boy. It's too late. You see this ring? It's the key. Take it to the human archmage in the town of Seastone. You understand?
But...
all of our fates depend on it.
Oh, dear, nobody's going to believe this. There's no way I'll make it down to the human town by the sea on my own. I need help. I should ask the Master Brewer for help. Or Grandad. He fought for the Alliance. A heavy gold ring. Ooh, it feels warm.
It doesn't
There is some
have any
fine
writing.
script on the inside,
Oh,
but I
there
can't
is.
make out what it says. Of course, it's pretty cold all year round up here in the mountains. But this year, winter came particularly early. It worked. I got one. Probably the statue of some famous dwarven leader. I don't know much about their history. Apparently the statue is not quite finished. Still, it looks much better than the others do.
It's missing beer.
The bastion looks so impressive. However, many of the halls and corridors were never completed. Originally, hundreds of dwarves were supposed to live here to defend the Mountain Kingdom's northern front. Now the Master Brewer and my family are the only ones left. The tarps are supposed to offer the stonemasons a little protection. They have to be pretty tough if they're out there in all kinds of weather. I'm not climbing up there, it's all iced up. I'd probably end up breaking my neck. A rolled up tarpaulin, probably just like the ones hanging all over the place. Master Brewer, sir! Hello? Master Brewer, sir! Where are you?
He's asleep.
Master Brewer, sir! Master Brewer!
What? What?
We have to tell the other dwarves. There was this gremlin in a cage and he gave me this ring and...
What kind of ring, then?
This ring! It's a very important ring. The gremlin said all our fates...
Wilbur, I really don't have time for this kid stuff. I've got more important things to do.
But the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage down in the human town. The gremlin said it could end the war.
Listen, laddie, that's a ring. What's it supposed to be able to do?
It's... I have to. The gremlin wasn't lying.
Just think about it. When has anybody ever given an important ring to a little being like a gnome? That sort of thing just doesn't happen.
But...
That's enough. Now, go home. It's getting late.
I guess I can't expect any help from the Master Brewer. It'll take a long time for the icicle to melt. After all, I should speed up the melting process. It shouldn't take long to melt the icicle. The stove is still warm. The icicle is gone. All that's left is crystal clear water.
I have no clue what I need the water for.
I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that.
No?
I used to be really afraid of that fireplace. Nowadays, I'm only slightly terrified.
Slightly, okay.
A rip-proof tarpaulin with eyes along the sides, surprisingly light. A pot of crystal clear water. A rip-proof tarpaulin. That's the entrance to my family's gnome hole. We've been living here for generations. That door is part of Dad's living space optimization unit. Behind it is sort of a car park for rooms.
Okay.
A chair. This chair is completely uninteresting. Like I
sure?
said, a chair to sit on. It's still a chair. A totally uninteresting chair which is absolutely no help to me. Not now, not ever. It is a chair. Honest.
I don't believe you.
Okay, whatever. It's a horse. A beautiful big white horse. What is your problem? A chair is a chair is a chair. I'm not going to answer. The chair, of course. That's the key to it all. Not a chair. This chair is completely
Okay.
uninteresting. One of my dad's inventions. He calls it a time measurometer. It splits the day into 2 periods of 12 hours each and shows which hour we are currently in.
Time measurometer, TM.
Sometimes I think that thing uses time up instead of just showing it. That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding down the fort. The others are all at a technology trade show down south. My dad is a mechanic and a physicist. He primarily works on, things.
Things.
Mother is just a whole wife and geneticist. The baby is my little sister Sydney. I think she'll be a researcher too. She once doubled her baby phone's data transfer rate using nothing but a rattle and a rubber ball. My other little sister is Meggie, my parents' pride and joy. She mainly concentrates on robotics, combat robots to be exact. Grandad is a war veteran and conducts secret military research. Whenever Dad lets him in the workshop, that is. Looks like I'm the proverbial exception to the rule. I'd rather go out into the world and become a mage, a hero like Knight Tilo. But someone has to look after Grandad and the Master Brewer. I'm more of a local, unsung hero. My mother is a real whole wife. She spends her time on chemistry, biology, genetics and that kind of stuff. I think I'll just leave that alone. We gnomes have a golden rule, hands off on other gnomes' experiments.
Smart rule.
Those are my mum's plants. She grows a lot of that green stuff. She keeps trying to genetically change the plants so they can grow up here amidst the icy mountains.
Nice.
The plants have grown. I could have sworn they weren't here yesterday. Mum probably uses a really good fertilizer. A flower pot full of potting soil. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Those cogs belong to Dad's living space optimization unit. The machine takes up a total of 3 rooms in our hall.
No.
Those are the controls for our living space optimization unit. My father invented them.
Okay.
That's the lever for my parents' bedroom. I can't use it until they get back.
Oh, it's locked.
That's the lever for my little sister's bedroom. I'm not touching that. She builds combat robots, and she kind of hinted that she knows how to protect her privacy.
Okay. Combat robots, okay.
This is my very cool room. My old gnome scout rucksack. Pretty tough that, but somehow I always had the feeling it could have been a little larger. I wonder if putting small bags and pouches in it would increase the rucksack's capacity.
Of course.
My old tennis racket, although I was never very good. The catgut is missing. What did I use that for?
Okay.
Our kitchen. Our flour mill. Mother makes sure we eat a healthy diet. One day we'll all be big and strong, comparatively. There's still some grain in the funnel. Barley, I think. Master Merlin's antibacterial kitchen cleaner. The dirt disappears like magic. If only I could cast spells like Merlin, or any other household cleaner for that matter. Mum hid the knives as a precaution. After Grandad's knife-throwing training classes last year, she doesn't trust us anymore. A pale blue glowing liquid. Something tells me it's probably not good for you. My mum wrote super fertilizer on it. Probably one of her genetic experiments.
Okay.
Hey, my mechanical flying fish Nemo. How did you get there? One of the few technical devices I ever built. Well, to be honest, actually my father and my sister really, but I did watch.
Mechanical flying fish. Okay, it's flying.
It still works. A solid example of gnome technology, if I do say so myself.
Why does it have like a bazillion legs?
Oh, I can't reach that. I don't even know what to do with one handful of barley. Why do I need two then? And down we go.
Interesting elevator.
Halt! Who's there?
Hi, Grandad. It's me.
I doubt it. What's the password?
Fluffy bunny.
Password? I don't know anything about a password.
Bad answer. Prepare to die, scoundrel!
It's important, Grandad.
So is the password. We're at war, damn it. War suffereth no carelessness. So, the password.
Was it Fluffy Bunny?
You wish, die, maggot.
It's important, Grandad.
So is the password. We're at war, damn it. War suffereth no carelessness. So, the password.
Nuclear first strike, sir.
Correct. What do you want?
A gremlin gave me this ring. He said it's very important. He said the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
A ring? Have you checked it for contamination?
What?
For curses, hexes, poison.
What?
What am I talking about? Of course you have. No one would accept a ring from a gremlin and not check it for curses. Dangerous little blighters, those gremlins. You shouldn't feed them after midnight, you know.
The gremlin said this ring could decide the course of the entire war.
Decide the course of the war? That would be... Where is this gremlin?
He's been kidnapped. He barely had time to give me this ring. It should be taken to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
The Archmage? Yes. He'd know what to do. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've trained for. This is the hour in which a stout youngster becomes an adult. The hour of glory. The hour of fame. Hour!
But what do you mean stout?
Does everyone know what they have to do?
No.
Right, men. Let it be so.
An old extension arm. Very handy if you're too small to reach an object. Kind of a widespread problem amongst us gnomes. That's one of Grandad's great inventions. A ship which travels underwater. It can already sink. The locker won't open. It was badly damaged 2 years ago in the devastating spring cleaning explosion.
Devastating spring cleaning explosion.
Those
yes.
are jelly glowfish lamps. As long as you feed them every couple of weeks, they're good for years of light.
Sounds very eco-friendly.
They used to hang all over the hall. Now these two are all we have left.
Did you forget to feed them?
Parts of some machine or something. If it's useless, it's Dad's. If it's broken, it's Grandad's. And if it's dangerous, it's from my sister Maggie.
Those descriptions.
That's Dad's spare toolbox. Well, he took his everyday tools, his travel tools, and his finest tools with him. Let's see. What have we here? Wrench, pliers, auger grease, a minotaur foot, a curse meter. I'll just take the entire box.
Why not?
A thin, silvery elven rope. It's very light and almost unbreakable.
Almost.
Dad's vice brings back a lot of memories. Painful mostly. Dad's vice brings back a lot of memories. Painful mostly. I'll just knot the loose ends around the frame. Done. Wouldn't want to play tennis with it, but it does make a fine scoop net. A huge machine, I mean, even for Grandad. He's really taking advantage of Mum and Dad being away. Grandad has this thing about secrecy. I think he's afraid of Shadow Army spies or something. Something my Grandad is working on. No idea what it is. And I'm pretty certain I don't want to know either. I like my Grandad, but his inventions are usually pretty dangerous. Grandad?
Call me Colonel.
Just what exactly are we to do now, Colonel Grandad?
We've just discussed that. You get the equipment, I'll sort out the means of transport.
Equipment for what?
For what? For your journey to the town of the humans, of course. You need to pay more attention, my boy.
I'm supposed to... I thought someone else...
Who? I very much doubt you'll find anyone else here who's prepared to look death in the eye. This is your chance to be a tragic hero, my boy. A painful loss for the Alliance. Don't you want to be a hero?
Sure, I'd like to do something exciting, but I'm not sure I'm ready to try being...
Try? There is no try, only do. This is your chance. You'll be a hero, and I'll show everyone that this old gnome is still good for something. So, here's the plan. You get yourself some good gear. I'll sort out the means of transport.
All right. I can have a look around, but no promises. Well, we can't expect any help from the Master Brewer. He doesn't believe the ring is important.
I didn't expect much more from that cowardly drunkard.
Grandad, he's my boss.
Some boss sits in his fortress drinking beer from dawn till dusk while his comrades are fighting on the front line.
I think he misses them.
Well, perhaps. But one thing's for sure. We are on our own, soldier.
I'm supposed to travel to a human town in your machine, right?
Absolutely. It's the quickest way.
And the safest?
Absolutely. It's the quickest way.
This ring, do you really think it could end the war?
I don't know if there's anything that can end this war.
The gremlin said it would change all our fates. Maybe it's a powerful magic ring.
We are simply soldiers, my boy. We fight when we are told to. Don't worry yourself about anything else.
Sounds sensible. Do you know the Archmage? Have you ever met him?
I've never met him. After all, he's a great leader, and I'm just a simple, highly decorated gnome colonel. But I've heard lots about him. He's a powerful mage, of course. He's an advisor to the king, and he's our most powerful alchemist and chief of the Secret Service. He lives in a tower down by the sea in Seastone. Of course, being the important man he is, he's always away on business.
I hope he's there. I always wanted to meet a real mage.
If he's not there, you'll have to wait for him or go and look for him. You must only give the ring to the Archmage in person, you hear me? No one else. Give me your word of honor. If the ring really is important, then it shouldn't be our fault if it lands in the wrong hands.
Okay. I swear I'll give it to the Archmage personally. About my equipment.
Yes? Have you got everything?
I don't know. What exactly should I take?
Let me think. You need a helmet. You can fight without legs, but you can't fight without a head.
Without legs?
And you need a map of the area. Reconnaissance is everything. We are living in the information age.
So I need a map and a helmet. Got it.
And then, of course, you need a parachute. Better to be safe than sorry.
Just why a parachute?
Just a precaution.
I mean, that's like a giant bullet shape. So I'm guessing this is an artillery cannon.
I'll go look for the rest of my gear.
You do that. I've got enough to do here. But remember, never look a Medusa in the eye. And never look at anyone on the underground.
Right.
Okay, you can use that for a parachute. So I guess this and this.
I'll thread the rope through the eyes around the edge of the tarpaulin. Done.
And we have a parachute.
A light, rip-proof tarpaulin. There are eyes along the sides, which I have threaded the elven rope through.
I guess.
Let's see. If I pull the rope through the eyes on the rucksack... Yes, that should work. There we go. A parachute.
Perfect.
At least I know what the parachute's for. The map and the helmet make a little more sense. I should think about getting them next.
No?
Oh, I can't reach that. I could reach high enough using the arm, but how am I supposed to grab hold? That won't work.
This maybe?
Oh, I can't reach that. Gotcha.
This has the makings of a helmet, I think. And we know where a map is.
I can't grab it with the arm, and anyway, I might wake him. I'll have to distract him somehow. I can't get close enough. It'll snap at me and... A perfect fit. Now we can make long reach... Now I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. It's too bad that slime had to be so evil. Now that's a helmet fit for a hero. It only stinks a little bit. So that's 2 of the 3 pieces of gear already. All I need now is the map. I don't even know what to do with 1 handful of barley. Why do I need 2 then? Why should I fertilize potting soil when there's nothing planted in it? I'd rather not take Nemo apart until I know what I'm looking for. Master Brewer, sir. Mr. Master Brewer, sir, could I maybe borrow that map over there?
What, that? Oh, lad, that map shows the finest taverns in the land. And this one's on it, too.
Oh, I'd be really careful with it.
No. To be quite honest, there hasn't been a lot going on here since war broke out. And I've got no chance of being featured again. That's why the map is staying where it is.
I talked to my granddad. He thinks the ring is important too. He wants to help me get to the human town.
Yeah? Well, of course he wants to do that. Listen to me, laddie. Nothing against your grandpa. But don't you think he's a few gills short of a pint?
My granddad is a great soldier and inventor.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But, how should I put it? He's maybe had one crash landing too many. His flying machines were mostly a bit, temperamental. And let's face it, he wasn't actually the greatest of pilots. Honestly, son, if your grandpa reckons there's something in that story, then for me, that's just one more reason to keep out of it.
Grandad and I will show everyone. I don't want to trouble you any further. Good night.
And yourself. Have a good one.
It did its job and promptly switched itself off again. Our rat hunter here is quite the energy hog. The robot gets its energy from rubbish. That's got the power supply sorted out then. Oh, I don't think it would like that. No, I can't. Well, maybe I can.
Sneaky, sneaky. Okay.
I'm gonna burn in hell for this, guaranteed. I wonder if that would work. At least it would distract the Master Brewer a bit.
Nom 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 nom.
Ah! Hello? Stop! That wasn't supposed to happen. I have a feeling that wasn't such a brilliant idea. Oh, I like the Master Brewer.
That was amazing. The eternal struggle of dwarf against machine. And I won!
Of course.
Are you okay?
Of course! Why not? You think a stupid tin bucket's going to beat a proper dwarf? No chance. That was good. Something's happening at last. Cause for celebration. I think we should drink to that.
I think he's drunk with victory, so he shouldn't see anything. I have it. The map of the area. And that's the last of my gear. I must get back to Grandad, fast.
Oh, poor Roomba.
And down we go. Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report back.
I have the pot, helmet.
Excellent, soldier. The helmet will protect you from physical attacks. You can even sit on it and use it as a saucepan.
Ooh, how practical.
Let me see your helmet.
It's not all that great, I know, but
What? It's a good helmet, and it's going to protect a good soldier. That is, of course, as long as the enemy doesn't attack with dragons, or has wizards in its ranks, or magical swords, and doesn't go for your head.
maybe I should look for some armor with magic.
Poppycock! That helmet will do.
I got a map.
Excellent. My commanding officer always said good maps are half the battle. Of course, you won't be needing it if everything goes well.
If what goes well?
But if not, it's always good to have a map with you, what?
What?
I have a parachute.
Fantastic. Parachutes are hard to come by and are difficult to make yourself. After all, you'd only want to entrust your life in a quality product, not something makeshift you've patched together yourself.
Trust my life. But of course, I mean, of course not. So, that's the last of my gear.
Excellent. We could get going if only my damn machine would work. But you can't find a thing in this house. No nitroglycerin, no dragon hide armor, no concentrated pillars of salt, no full mithril jacket bullets. Nothing.
What do you need all that for?
For what? It's a war!
But we just want to deliver the ring to the Archmaid. Don't you think a sled...
What? I need a nitroglycerin substitute. Something highly explosive. The only thing that comes to mind is good old dwarven ale.
Dwarven ale?
Devilish stuff. We reduced complete countries to ash and rubble with it. We loved the smell of dwarven ale in the morning.
Okay, I'll get you some dwarven ale. Anything else?
Yes, I need a cog. A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right-hand thread and lock ring locking. It's not a standard size, and I can't find one anywhere.
A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right-hand thread and lock ring. Sounds familiar.
Come back when you've got the stuff. I'll sort out the rest. But bear in mind, the Dark Lord knows all of your thoughts.
Right.
Sure.
Well, that won't work. It wiggles too much. It's stuck. Poor thing. Shouldn't be a problem with the right tool. There you are. A 5/8-inch screw steel sprocket, straight beveled, hard chrome plated, BSA threaded flange with right-hand thread and lock ring locking. Maybe that cog wasn't all that important. Fly.
Oh,
Maybe it was important.
no more flying robot.
I don't even know what to do with.
Okay. Let's go talk to the master brewer.
Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, aye, Wilbur.
When the robot started in on you, I never thought you'd beat it.
It was an epic scrap, lad, an epic scrap. Dwarf against machine, nature against technology, mind over matter.
Mind? How did you destroy it?
I hit him as hard as I could with heavy objects until sparks started leaping out of him.
Oh, a shrewd
Of
tactic.
course.
Too right, but he did land a couple on me. Look what he did to my beard.
Oh, yes.
I was so tanked up with ale and adrenaline I didn't even notice.
Mr. Master Brewer, assuming I were to need some dwarven ale,
Dwarven ale? It's not allowed, unfortunately.
why not?
Have you heard about the explosion on Mount Winterpeak?
The volcanic eruption.
Volcanic eruption. Deep under that mountain was the finest ale brewery in the whole dwarven world. My dad took me there when I was nothing but 2 beer crates tall. Can you imagine how aled up we were?
Kind of. What happened?
Ah, well, some so-and-so cocked up, and boom! And that was that! All over for dwarven ale brewing. After the accident, it was banned as a substance of enjoyment. The sharp taste, the warmth in the throat, gone forever. Now it's only used in warfare and in the alchemy industry.
But you do know how to brew dwarven ale, don't you?
Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Of course I know. I'm the master brewer. It's not difficult either. First, you get barley germinated in a malt house, then let them bloat up after leaving them dormant for a bit. Then kiln dry the green malt, keeping it turned, coarse mill it, making sure that the husks don't get destroyed.
The husks? What are
Then mash the whole lot in a mash tun, obviously using a decoction procedure. After the iodine test, we get on with purifying and separating the malt from the beer wort in a slatted filter bed.
Of course, but
In other words, we let the draft run through the mash pot. We then put the first wort in the brewing kettle, let it simmer, and add the hops. We let the wort settle to remove the trub crust, add the yeast, and then leave to ferment. Then we run everything through the pebble filter. That's all fair enough. Then it gets more complicated.
stop!
What? We're just getting to the exciting part.
I'm sure we were, but I just abandoned the idea of brewing some dwarven ale myself.
Well, whatever you think.
Let's assume I need a small tankard of dwarven ale really urgently. Could you brew it for me?
Could do, but I'm not going to. It's not allowed.
Oh, come on. Who's going to notice? When was the last time another dwarf came by to visit us?
That's a fair time back.
You see? Wouldn't you just love a nice cold dwarven ale tonight to celebrate your victory over the robot?
Oh, dwarven ale is nectar. I'd certainly enjoy a wee taste of it again. No, that's not going to happen. I'm missing a few ingredients.
And if I get them, would you brew up 2 tankards then? One for me and one for yourself.
Aye. It's a deal. You find me the missing ingredients, and I'll brew some dwarven ale.
Okay, what do you need?
Crystal clear mountain water, hops, and some barley for malting.
Well, that's it? No deviled fire, salamander eyes, or dragon's breath, that sort of thing?
Nope. Water, hops, and malt. Then there's just a few secret ingredients and, naturally synthesized aromatic substances and a couple of E numbers. But I've already got them here.
Okay, water, hops, and barley. I'll get them. Do you have any idea where I can get the hops?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that thieving rat took the best part of 5 sacks. I've not enough left. I've got to be careful with it.
The rat, huh? I have to go. Enjoy the celebration.
Yeah.
If the rat has stolen that many hops, it might still have something stored in there. There's something in there. Something round. Hopefully it's not a giant rat dropping. It's a single hop. This is probably all that's left of the stock of hops. That's all there is. There is enough barley for the dwarven ale. I don't need more. Okay, I'll plant the hop in the soil. Let's see what happens. I really can't imagine this stuff. Wow.
Instant.
Good fertilizer, that. Nah. Wow! A huge hop plant with tons of cones. I've picked about 10 cones. That should be enough for the dwarven ale. Hello, Master Brewer, sir.
Aye, Wilbur.
I've got some hops for the ale. Is this enough?
Ho, that's enough. I hope you haven't been whipping stuff out of my stock.
No. Well, only indirectly. I have a pot of crystal clear water for the dwarven ale.
Show me. Aye, that water's very good. We can use this.
Here's some barley from my mum's kitchen. Can it be used for brewing?
It's not the best, but it'll have to do. And that means I've got all I need to brew the lovely dwarven ale. Right, it's all go now then. Hey, laddie, just watch out that you don't get any of that in your eyes. It's dangerous stuff.
I'll be very careful. Thanks very much, sir.
Tell me, Wilbur, what do you need all that junk for? The dwarven ale and all the other stuff that you've been dragging out of here the whole evening.
Well, it's because of the ring. I need it. Grandad's helping me get the ring to the human town safe. Well, quickly.
Oh, Wilbur, it's dangerous for a young gnome like yourself out there.
I know, but I promised that gremlin, and I believe it really could be important. And I'd like to get out of here and achieve something.
Taste some adventure, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that the ring is all that important. Not everybody's born for having adventures, my lad. But maybe you really do need to get out of here.
Really?
Aye, laddie. You still live with your parents. And you keep company with a very interesting, intelligent old dwarf. But that can't go on forever, can it now? So, if you do leave and go off on an adventure, even if it's just a sea stone, then maybe you'll come back and visit and tell me all about it then, eh?
I promise.
Don't forget us. You're going to have to excuse me now. I've got an appointment.
And down we go. Excuse me, Colonel Grandad?
Yes, report back.
Here's the cog, Grandad. I had to break my flying fish for that.
War always involves sacrifice. Your flying fish was a hero, one of our best. We will honor his memory. Excellent. All we need now is the dwarven ale. Keep on with it.
Here's the dwarven ale, Grandad.
Oh, my goodness, we must be careful with this. Now I have everything I need. It won't take long now. Prepare yourself for takeoff.
Take off? What do you mean by take off? That's what you meant by take off.
Absolutely. I've aimed her at the town of the humans. Betsy, too, was, of course, designed to shoot grenades. But I'm confident that she'll get your capsule there, too.
Confident? Get me out of here. Please, Grandad.
Listen, my boy. I'm proud of you. You're doing something very brave. Sure, Wilbur. I'd like you to have these.
Your old aviator goggles. Oh, Grandad, I didn't think...
Too slow, my boy. Fire!
Good luck!
Where is it?
He still hasn't told us, Mother.
He will. Who else knows about it?
The Archmage won't know about it yet. We were able to intercept the servant, as you know. But
But
an elf, Mother. She tried to free MacGuffin. She might know something.
she needs to be watched.
Very well.
And now, Mr. Professor, let us have a little chat.
Oh well, no problem. I am an elf, and I'm fit. What now? I'll get the book out of MacGuffin's secret cellar and take it to the Archmage. No, they were all gone when I got there. They collected the cage and were off. Now it's up to us to get the book. Of course I don't have to, but, well, what else am I going to do? It appears to be very important. And even if it isn't important, those shady fellows want to have that book. It's better that we get it out of the cellar before they get their grubby mitts on it. Then don't help me. Why don't you just fly home? Just don't tell my parents anything. Ungrateful feathered fowl.
Okay, I'll be taking a break here and then switching to Final Fantasy XIV. To those that are sticking around, thanks. For those that were watching, thank you for watching.